Welcome to John's Corner, where our star reporter Jonathan always lands on his feet. He's a hard-hitting reporter who isn't afraid to throw a punch or to take one. He's always investigating the issues that others shy away from, uncovering even the biggest of scandals, while learning every secret he can. Here on John's Corner. What's up, Blue River Nation? It's your boy Jonathan, and welcome back to John's Corner. I know I've been away for a while, a long while, but I have returned. I'm back. Don't you worry. But I missed you guys. I miss doing this, and there's so much going on in the world of entertainment right now. I figured let's just dive into it. Let's start with the wonderful world of comics. Let's talk about all the great comic news coming out. Okay, so wait, there's no new comics coming out? Oh, yeah, Diamond suspended distribution. Indie comics are all but shut down. Marvel and DC are saying that there's still business as usual, which to me means they're probably going to go digital, which if they go digital, then are they really comics anymore? Like, I get digital is the new thing and everyone loves digital and digital. I like the books in my hand. I like to smell the pages and hold it and then look at the collection afterwards. I'm a collector. I like to collect things. Digital doesn't have that same thrill to me. As much as I love Marvel, if they go digital, I don't know if I'll stick with it. I mean, I buy religiously. I buy a lot. But it won't be the same. So, comics are done, at least for a while. If not indefinitely, we'll see what happens. And if they go digital, they will put these stores out of business. The comic book stores, which is one of my favorite things to do every week, is go to the comic book store and interact with people, talk to people who like the same stuff I like, who know this stuff like I do. That's a whole industry that will just be gone. Really hope that doesn't happen. But let's talk movies. So, the movie theater box office was 0 for the first time ever. That's great. Movie theaters are closed everywhere. Apparently they're reopening in China, but everywhere else they're closed. Yeah, can't go to the movies. I had plans to go on Tuesday, the past Tuesday, the day they closed the movie theaters. Literally, I woke up, we actually were going to go to the movies, and then AMC and all these other chains announced we no longer open. So yeah, but a lot of the movies that were supposed to come out are going to VOD. And I don't know, that just kind of worries me. Like, will there be movie theaters when this is all said and done? Studios have been wanting to do joint releases for a while, and movie theaters have been saying no. But if a couple movies do well on VOD and show them that there's a market for that they can go straight there without theaters, the theatrical experience might die. And I'm not saying they'll go away. Star Wars, Marvel movies, big blockbusters will still be there. But the number of options you have is already so small compared to what it used to be. It will shrink even more if this VOD shit pops off. Luckily, Wonder Woman's not coming because Patty Jenkins said no. She's like, I don't want it on VOD. I want it in theaters. So, thank God for her. Makes great movies and understands how important the theatrical experience is. But, it's a weird time, man. A lot of the shows that we're still filming will not finish. It's just insane. It's insane. It just, I don't know, man. At a time when we need entertainment the most, it seems to all be rapidly disappearing from our lives. And it's just like, bloody hell. I don't know, man. It's intense. And then, of course, there's the stuff that we need entertainment to distract us from. The people getting sick and dying, which seems to be happening more and more. And they're saying the United States will be the epicenter soon. So, yay us. We need exciting things in our lives to distract us from the doom and gloom and the isolation. Do you have any idea how lonely it is being locked in your home? I'm sure most of you do. It's insane. Like, I mean, I talk on the phone a lot, so that part is still the same. But normally talking on the phone is like, hey, do you want to do something later? And then going and do something later. You can't do that no more. The world has changed so fast. And no one saw this coming. And I don't know how it is other places, but I live in Texas. I live in basically Arlington, but like Fort Worth, Arlington area. DFW, Dallas for most people outside of Texas. And people are acting like nothing's changed. Everything's closed, but people having picnics outside. There's cars driving on the freeway. Like there's nothing. Like no one is doing the social isolation. I feel like me and some of my friends are the only people doing it. Everybody else is just acting like business as usual. And the things that are classified as essential businesses are insane. It's like if we want our lives back to normal, people have to start actively doing it. Like we have to starve the virus. We have to socially distance ourselves from each other so that the shit can't spread as rapidly. You can't just keep going. People are acting like it's a long weekend, like it's a free vacation. It's not. And a lot of people aren't getting paid. A lot of people, some jobs are paying their employees, and that's great, and I applaud those companies. Other companies are just laying employees off. And they're not paying them. And if you live in a house, I read somewhere that like mortgage payments are getting suspended or whatever, that's great. But you live in an apartment. In Dallas, a bunch of apartments are sending out notices saying rent's due on the 1st. And it's just like, well, how many people can afford that? A lot of people here have been out of job for 2-3 weeks. And they've had to buy food, they've had to pay other bills. Try to get on unemployment out here, it's almost impossible. The phone lines are always busy, the internet keeps crashing. No one has money. And the government's not a $2 trillion thing where we all get $1,200. In Texas, that's barely enough to cover rent. If you don't have a really expensive house. California and New York, which are under complete lockdowns, so, get out of here. You can't pay anyone's rent. Like, I have a real doom and gloom outlook on how this is all going to end. If you're lucky enough to survive the pandemic, well then there's going to be a whole lot of other problems when this is all done. Because while they can't evict you now, there will be lots of eviction notices coming out. Because people can't afford to pay more than 1 month's rent at a time. Not in this country. It just can't happen. No one makes that kind of money. And if they did, they probably own a house. It's insane. And it's not living as other means. I mean, since I've lived here, rent has gone up astronomically. When I first lived here, the rich neighborhoods rent was like $500. Now the poor neighborhoods are like $900. It's because people keep moving to Texas. I don't know why. It's hot. Everything's spread out. There's nothing to do. But people love it here. They just keep coming. And now nobody can afford it. You look at Deep Ellum, it's completely changed. Like, I don't know. I'm not. I always try to stay optimistic and yay, but it's hard when the whole world seems to be falling down, you know? I did not mean for this to be doom and gloom. Star Trek Picard just ended the first season. Amazing. I don't want to give too much away. I don't. But the season overall was great. It was it was badass. It was just badass. Like, I don't want to give spoilers because I know a lot of people don't have CBS All Access, but it's free right now. Patrick Stewart tweeted out that you can get a free trial for like a month to get caught up on all that stuff. I recommend watching it. It is so good. If you liked Next Gen, which I know it's blasphemy, it's kind of my least favorite out of all the Star Trek shows, but I do love the characters. The other Star Trek, it's nothing against Next Gen. Next Gen's a good show, but I just felt like all the other shows were a lot better. But if you like Next Gen, like I did like it. This is very much, oh shit. It's what the Star Wars sequel should have been. You know, I mean, if they're going to throw out the U anyways and want to do something new, this would have been much better than what they gave us. Because this at least understood the characters. And yeah, they shifted it up. And yeah, it feels completely different than what came before. But it still feels like them. And I know you're thinking, that's only 10 episodes, so that's not really a whole lot to watch. So what do I do when I'm done with that? Discovery is pretty good. The first season is a little... I'm not a huge fan of the first season. It's cool, but it's not really my cup of tea. It's too different from what I feel like Star Trek is. But the second season, mind blowing. And if they give Pike a spinoff, I think that might jump to the top of my list of favorite Star Trek shows. Like, Pike is an amazing character. And then one of the best things to ever happen to Star Trek, I think, is the short treks. There's 2 seasons out. The little short films set in the Star Trek universe. So great. You should definitely check that out. I guess what I'm saying is go get CBS All Access. What are you waiting for? Stop watching this and go give them your money because CBS needs money. I actually think they do. But it's crazy times we're living in. If you can afford it, you should definitely support your local comic book stores right now. I know a lot of them are doing deliveries or curbside pickups. You should do that, support them, do whatever you can to keep them in business. Because while I'm worried about a lot of people losing their homes when this is all done, businesses also have to pay rent. If they're not having any income, what do you think is going to happen to those stores? They're just going to be gone. So if there's a store you love that's not a chain store, you should go support them now. Even if it's just buying a gift card or doing something small. If you can. If you're one of the people who aren't working and don't have any income coming in, no. Save your money. You need that for yourself. But if you're still working and you're still having income and you haven't really been hit by this, that's where you should buy food from. That's where you should buy whatever from. It's from local small shops because they are going to be hit the hardest from this. And I think we all need to do our part to try to keep them in business and try to help them survive this. Because, let's be honest, our government's not going to do it. This stimulus package that everyone keeps talking about, it's mainly for rich people. It's mainly benefiting them. Like, we'll get a small little check. Small businesses will get little loans. But it's a bunch of politicians just getting what they want. Which, what is politics with that, right? Just stay safe. If you can isolate. If you can make money to support you and your family, do that. Let's just try to get through this together. But separately, because 6 feet. Yeah, I'm going to try to bring this back weekly. So, moving forward, I'm going to try not to be so doom and gloom. I've just been really stressed out about all this. I don't know. It's been messing with my sleep. But, yeah, I think too much. Don't think. Watch old movies and TV shows. It's probably the best thing you can do right now. I've been rewatching Cheers and Three's Company. I used to watch these as kids, and I always loved them because they were so funny. But now watching them, I'm like, they're really smartly written. Like, I want to write sitcoms like that. They're so quick. I don't know. But find something you enjoy and just dive into that. If you're an artist, do some art. If you want to make something. But it's the time to find yourself and just distract yourself because the reality of what's going on is doom and gloom, man. So I don't know. Just find your happy place. Watch The Good Place. It's a great ass show. But till next time, I'm Jonathan. Give us legends.